My name is Lisa, and I live with my husband York. We both work and manage our household together. York is a very kind person and has always listened to my opinions since we were dating. Thanks to that, we hardly ever argued back then. We were even called a lovey-dovey couple by those around us. I thought that even after we got married and became a real couple, our peaceful days would continue unchanged. Well, in reality.
Hey, isn't this miso soup a bit bland? It's like drinking hot water.
Really? Maybe the broth is too weak.
My mom's miso soup had a much stronger taste. Make sure you do it properly next time.
All right, I'll be more careful next time. This person, who quickly brings up the presence of his mother, is my husband York. A few years into our marriage, York gradually started to complain about me more and more. He doesn't raise his voice or yell, but he constantly nags about small things. As the saying goes, many a little makes a mickle, and the daily accumulation of these complaints is becoming stressful. At another meal time.
I'm home. What, fish again? I was in the mood for meat today.
You don't need to sigh so deeply. Besides, if you had told me earlier, I could have bought meat on the way home.
It's the wife's job to anticipate her husband's feelings, isn't it? And before complaining, why don't you just make it again?
What are you talking about? We don't have any meat in the fridge right now.
Then go buy some. What are you even saying?
I just got back from work myself. I can't believe you're asking me to go out again.
If it were my mom, she would have remade it without a single complaint.
Ugh. All right, your mom is wonderful, I get it. As days passed, the frequency of being unfairly scolded increased. Furthermore, on this day, after dinner, for some reason, my mother-in-law called.
Lisa dear, is it true that you're not listening to what Yerk says?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me, dear. I've heard everything from York. A wife should always be devoted and obedient to her husband, right? If he wants to eat meat, then you should make that happen. I can't believe you can't do something as simple as this. What kind of upbringing did you have at home?
Did York specifically call you to tell you about this?
Correcting a daughter-in-law's shortcomings is a mother-in-law's duty, isn't it? He understands that very well. That's my York for you, haha. And then there's you.
It turns out York had been directly complaining to his mother about the cooking. His mother, who has a tendency to jump to conclusions and idolizes York, took his complaints at face value and called me. The lecture lasted an hour, by which time York had long since gone to sleep in the bedroom. Feeling that this situation couldn't continue, I decided to consult York's brother, Noah. So, honestly, I'm having trouble with York's complaints and your mother's lectures.
I understand the situation, thanks for telling me. I'll talk to York and Mom about it. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, thank you for listening to me. Although Noah helped clear up the misunderstanding with my mother-in-law, York complained about it. The next day, York took me to have a meal at his parents' house.
We're back. Mom, I'm home.
Welcome back, York. I've been waiting for you.
Both of you stop hugging each other there. Lisa can't come in. Lisa, it's been a while. Though it's only for a short time, please make yourself comfortable tonight.
Really, you guys do this every time. Lisa, long time no see. Thanks for coming today.
Good evening, thank you for having me.
Now, let's have dinner. Everything's ready. I prepared only York's favorite dishes today, so eat as much as you like.
Wow! Fried chicken, macaroni salad. It's been a while since I had Mom's cooking. Let's eat. Delicious. As expected of Mom. The best.
You foo-foo. Yerk, you're such a flatter. There's also a special pudding for later.
Really? I'm super excited. Ha! What's wrong, Lisa? Aren't you eating?
Well, it's not that I don't want to eat, but…
Mom, why doesn't Lisa have a plate?
Oh, because we're a family of 4, right? I don't prepare food for anyone else.
Mom, what are you saying?
A wife who only causes trouble for York, right?
What are you talking about? Hurry up and prepare Lisa's portion.
Hey York, don't tell me you.
What? If Mom says so, then that's how it is, right? Educating the wife is the mother-in-law's right. But it would be too pitiful to have nothing at all.
York, you're finally showing some consideration.
Of course, quickly bring the meal.
Here, eat this.
What kind of joke is that? That's just pickles.
Pickles are more than enough for such a wife. Try your best to be acknowledged by Mom, okay?
What? Was this invitation today from York and your mother because?
It's a punishment for tattling to my brother. Feel bad? Say something, huh?
Incredibly, this entire dinner was a trap set up by York and his mother as a form of retaliation against me. Faced with such childish behavior, I finally reached my breaking point. If that's how it is, then let's just get a divorce.
Ha! Divorce? What are you talking about? Your jokes are lacking.
Exactly, resorting to divorce because you can't argue back. That's so uninspired, it's laughable. You should reflect on your immaturity and strive to improve. Marriage isn't child's play.
You're right, it's not child's play, which is why I'm getting a divorce. This is reality.
Hey now, this is my mom's way of showing care, you know? There's no better mother-in-law in the world.
If I'm the best mother-in-law, then York is the best husband. I'm proud to have such a son, no shame in showing him off anywhere.
Such true words, you're making me blush, Mom.
You're even cute when you're embarrassed, York.
Can you stop being so clingy? The ones who are really lacking are you too.
Care. You mean harassment, right? What are you thinking?
Why's the peanut gallery so loud? Lisa is my wife. I can do whatever I want with her. A wife just needs to listen to her husband.
Putting York first is a wife's duty. If you neglect that, you're failing as a wife.
Father-in-law, Noah, please calm down, I'm fine. If that's the case, here's a divorce paper, let's get it over with quickly.
Why do you suddenly have that?
How dare you do something so presumptuous as a wife, bringing a real divorce paper? This goes beyond a joke, it's outrageous.
The presentation of the divorce papers caused York and his mother to panic, but my mind was already made up.
The ones being unreasonable are York and his mother. Enough is enough.
Lisa, I'm really sorry about my brother and mother.
Father-in-law and Noah, you've done nothing wrong, please, lift your heads. But this has made my decision clear, I will divorce York. Everyone here is a witness.
Indeed, I support the divorce. It's sad that Lisa will be gone, but the problem is my family hurting Lisa.
I think the best choice is for Lisa to find happiness. It's embarrassing as a family, but these two are unlikely to change.
Hey. Divorce was just a joke. Taking it seriously is crazy.
Why can't you accept reality? Even though we both work, you don't cook or clean, just complain. And you always end up saying I should learn from your mother, then live with her.
After all I've done for you, this is how you act.
Done for me? When? Where? I work too and can manage on my own. It's me who's been taking care of you.
What? Getting cheeky for a wife.
You're the one who changed, you were so kind when we were dating. I guess I just made a poor choice in you.
What an ignorant wife. Household chores are a woman's job. It's natural to take care of your husband.
Heck, do you not see that's a huge boomerang coming back at you?
What are you suddenly? I'm busy disciplining a wife here. Be quiet.
Noah, have you seen your mother do any household chores recently?
No, not at all. It's just been Dad and me.
What? What are you talking about?
Have you ever seen your mother take care of me?
Not really. Mom's always focused on York. I hardly needed her care.
Noah, don't talk nonsense.
I've caused you trouble since you were a child. I'm sorry, it's all because of my incompetence.
It's okay, Dad. You always played with me on your days off. Mom always made York's favorites or celebrated his birthday in a big way. But Dad always made up for it. I'm glad to be your son.
Noah, you're my pride and joy. You grew up to be so upright.
This is what a parent-child relationship should look like. York and your mother are just too close.
Shut up. My brother has always been jealous of me because Mom favored me. But that's no reason to say things that hurt her. I'm disappointed.
Yes. Your father and you shouldn't sulk just because I treat York a little better.
I used to be jealous as a kid because Mom doted on York. But growing up, I actually appreciated being able to keep a distance. In a way, I'm thankful to York.
Far from sulking, I feel relieved. I used to find her assumptions endearing. Youthful folly, I suppose. Oh, my apologies, Lisa, for the rudeness.
No, father-in-law, I finally understood why I married York. I was young. We returned the mother-in-law's arguments back to her many times over, but the two still had the energy to argue back.
What's with everyone? What does being young have to do with it? I've been doing so much for Lisa.
Doing so much sounds incredibly condescending.
A wife should be a step behind her husband. York is guiding you.
Oh dear, another boomerang? Then let me guide her properly. For starters, instead of being a step behind, she's steps ahead, dining out 5 times a week.
Wait, what are you saying?
Ever since York moved out, the only time she cooks is when York visits.
Normally, Dad and I take turns cooking. She talks about disciplining the wife, but she's hardly in a position to talk.
I do things when Noah and the others aren't looking. Sometimes the room is clean, right?
That's because you made me clean it, right? Every time I come over, you always have me do the housework.
That's not true. I did it myself. Don't say weird things.
I thought as much. No need for excuses. I knew it. I never thought you could clean that neatly. I've always been the one cleaning up after you.
That was the case. I thought I had a talent for cleaning without realizing.
What are you saying? That's not possible.
Maybe for Mom, it is. My mom can do anything.
York, I'm happy you believe in me.
Back to square one, huh? Well, fine, we're getting a divorce, so sign this. I'll be leaving that house, and you can live with your mother as you like.
That might be best. It's a good opportunity for us to divorce as well. I can't take care of her anymore. Pack your bags and go to York's place.
If Dad is getting a divorce, I support it. I'll block your contacts too, so please, both of you, don't involve us in your lives anymore. And the monthly money you sneaked into Mom's pocket under the guise of entering the house, that ends now.
You've been causing such trouble to Noah. Aren't you ashamed as a parent?
What? Contributing money to the house is something every family does, isn't it?
Normally, that money is saved for the children unless absolutely necessary. Even if used, it should be for household expenses as intended, not for personal use.
It wasn't for me. It was for York. What's wrong with that?
I had a feeling, but it's tough hearing it said outright.
Noah, I don't even know what to say.
It's okay, Lisa. Just knowing you feel that way is enough for me.
Seeing me place my hand on Noah's arm in a gesture of concern, York's expression suddenly changed.
Hey! What's with the good atmosphere between you two? You must have been cheating on me behind my back, right? That's why you want a divorce, isn't it?
Ow. To think Lisa would do this despite having a wonderful husband like York. Unforgivable, including all the times you've made a fool of us. We'll be demanding compensation.
If you apologize now, it's your last chance. I've just witnessed the evidence right before my eyes.
How does this exchange serve as any evidence? It's completely baseless, and I should sue for defamation. Don't you two think what you've done to me today qualifies as harassment? If I record all the statements made up to now and submit them, I'm the one who has grounds to sue, you know?
Yeah, what are you talking about? There's no suing over a marital dispute, right?
This sense of ethics is hopeless. Whether it's a marriage or parent-child relationship, there are lines you shouldn't cross.
If we're talking about that, you've also been treating Noel and York differently for a long time. Doesn't Noah have the right to sue as well?
What are you talking about? I'm Noah's mother.
I'll never agree to a divorce. Without Lisa, who will do the household chores?
I don't even know where to begin. I'm getting tired of this.
Me too. Let's just get the paperwork done and end this. York, you can always be with your beloved mom, right? Noah, father-in-law, and I will be free, and everyone will be happy, right?
No! Who will listen to my complaints then? I just wanted someone to do the household chores exactly as I say.
Maybe you should buy a robot? I'm sure it will listen to all your unreasonable demands.
Wait a minute. Are we really getting divorced?
That's what I've been saying.
No, I don't want that. I've never worked before. How will I live?
Your beloved York will support you.
Indeed, let the mutual admirers keep each other company. I've had the papers ready just in case. Now, you both might as well sign, unless you want to be sued for your actions up until now.
Thus, under the intimidating presence of the father-in-law, York and the mother-in-law finally filled out the divorce papers. Both the father-in-law and I submitted them to the municipal office that same day, and the divorce was successfully finalized. I immediately changed my residence, and since the mother-in-law was kicked out by the father-in-law, they joyously began their life as a duo. Without anyone to properly manage the household, their home turned into something resembling a garbage house within 3 months. The mother-in-law tried to appeal to Noah, but was disowned for only reaching out in times of trouble. Living in a dirty house can lead to the loss of health. York's absences from work increased, and he became like a ghost at his workplace. With skin covered in rashes, he had to work in loneliness and misery to make ends meet. Meanwhile, I rented an apartment for single individuals and am thoroughly enjoying living by myself. Wow, the desserts here are incredibly delicious. I could eat them endlessly.
Glad you like it. A junior at work recommended it to me. It's a popular place.
It's definitely crowded as far as I can see. How did you manage to get a reservation?
Yeah. Well, it seems there just happened to be an opening.
Wow, we're really lucky then. Excuse me. We'd like to place an additional order.
Well, actually, I put a lot of effort into securing this a month in advance.
That will be all, thank you. Huh? Sorry, what did you just say?
Nothing much. Just saying popular places do live up to their hype.
Absolutely. Next time, we should invite your father and all go together.
That might be a good idea. Maintaining family ties never hurts.
Noah? You've been acting a bit odd.
Do I seem that way? Guess I still have a lot to learn. Dad said to bide my time.
While puzzled by Noah's behavior, I started on the newly arrived dessert. The freedom to meet whoever I want, eat whatever I crave, and not worry about when I get home is indeed appealing. There are moments of loneliness, but perhaps getting a pet could help overcome that. For now, I'll enjoy being on my own, and if someone comes along with whom I can be comfortable without any pretense. Watching Noah's smile, I think I might consider marriage again someday. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.